think in actually getting involved politically, that's the next step to it, that it's actually turning this anger that we might have into some level of action. And I think that's actually where that's what we need to do. And that's why I love seeing so many amazing, brilliant young people joining the party and actually valuing and knowing that they have value to add to something that's bigger than they are. Their piece in the puzzle is so, so important. And I very much see us as a voice, whether it's to the party, but hopefully to something that is a bit bigger as well than just even the Australian Democrats. It's that next step of actual actionable change. And for me, it is that politics almost adds that it's another type of protest almost, in a sense. Like, I think it is another way to have that conversation that I think it's actually actionable. It is tangible in a different way than going and helping out at a community pantry. You can go do that, and I go to the community pantry and try and help out as much as I can, and that face-to-face is one way to help. But if you're not addressing kind of the systemic inequalities that are actually built into our legal system and built into kind of the social systems that we are so grounded in, how are we ever going to move past that? Because we shouldn't be relying on a community pantry to actually feed someone. We should be looking and going, well, how do we address that within our governments and within our social systems?
Why do we have a community pantry?
Yeah, like, actually, what is the whys that we're trying to answer there? And I think that's where kind of politics does actually come into it. And so you hear so much negative kind of stereotyping around, what do politicians even do? What's the point of politics? I don't understand it. But there is, at least I definitely believe that there is change to be made there. And if we don't make change there, then there's no point to anything else. There's no point to the community pantry. There's no point to the food banks or to homeless shelters. There's no point to anything charity you've made a donation to. There's no point in actually helping out your neighbour, because ultimately your neighbour can't drive on the road to get to their place of work, and you won't be able to help out your neighbour because of that. So we have to actually have the voice in both levels, whether it's at micro community level or your macro political system as well.